Hi Leo, and welcome to your November 2020 Oracle and Tarot reading. My name is Tessa, and this is Tessa's Tarot. I just want to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. I am having a little bit of technical difficulties with my computer and my camera. It keeps freezing and it throws me off because I don't like it when I'm recording, but I don't see myself moving in the screen, okay? Because then I just have to wonder if it's even recording or not. And if it is recording, if I'm gonna look like I'm frozen in time. But everything looks okay right now. So I'm really hoping we're gonna be able to get through this video and through your reading without any technical interference. So let's just hope and pray for that. The energy this week has been hella fucking intense. Let me just throw that out there. I don't know if I feel it more because I have some really intense Scorpio placements in my chart. So I feel that Scorpio energy a lot more and a lot stronger. I don't know if everybody is feeling it, but I did kind of get the sense as I was shuffling the cards. So both the Oracle and the Tarot decks are pre-shuffled, so they are ready to go. But I did kind of get a very peaceful, calm feeling and vibe from you guys, okay? And I started to think about how you guys are a fixed fire sign and Scorpio is a fixed water sign, okay? So the other fixed signs is going to be Taurus, Earth, and then we have Aquarius, air, okay? So those are all fixed signs. So just a kind of brief overview of what that means. Like for you, Leo, you are like your month, your time of year is right dab in the middle of summer. So like you're in that, you have an ability to kind of like move forward through the thickest part of that season, okay? It's kind of like this inner strength that carries you through the depths of your sign, of your season, okay? So with you guys being the fixed fire sign, it's like you have this ability to almost like stay grounded in your fire energy. With the water signs, with Scorpio, they have this ability to stay grounded in their water and their emotions. There's this just innate instinctual ability to kind of like control it to an extent, okay? Whereas like I am a mutable fire sign, so I can just be like off the chains sometimes, and I need to like move around, I need to express myself, you know, it's kind of like a release. So there's cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So you guys are fixed fire. We're currently in Scorpio, which is fixed water. So there is just kind of this sense, I don't know, like I feel a sense of just kind of calm, like you're feeling it, but it's not anything, you know, you can't really like handle or whatever. It's kind of like, you know, all right, cool, you know. And aside from Leos, I feel like Scorpios around their season, they go hard for their sign. Like they go hard for Scorpio season. They want to make themselves known. Like they are very proud. Scorpios are very proud. It's like as mysterious and elusive as sometimes they are, as much as they keep their emotions hidden, there is this side of them that wants to come out from the dark, okay? It's like the skeletons in the closet want to come out, okay? And, you know, it does kind of create, it can be a little intense, it can be a little dark, but it kind of does create this layer of like mystery and inspiration and puts it into the atmosphere. And I think that you guys kind of like, you know how to navigate it, and you know how to use that fixed fire energy to like like kind of like, you know, snake your way with that fire like into the mystery. Okay, that's a really weird description explanation, but I'm a very visual thinker. I've been reading birth charts lately, and I've been really getting into my own birth chart. And like, I have my Neptune in my first house, which means that like I identify myself, my identity, very much in like a fantasy oriented kind of dream world. Okay, so I'm very visual like that. So I'm very like into create. I'm very creative. I'm very I identify as like a creative person and as somebody who kind of like swims in that realm. Okay, because Neptune represents the 12th house, which is dreams, illusions, psychic abilities, all that jazz. Now, I'm sorry I'm talking about me and Scorpio season, but I'm just kind of trying to like, you know, reflect on how I feel like the energy is kind of adding on to your own energy in a way, okay? Because I feel like you guys do like to learn and you do kind of like to embrace, you know, and you, as much as you like to be the center, okay, like Leos have a bad rap for wanting to be the center of attention. You know, they think they're the best sign in the zodiac. They got the sun on their side, you know. They have that like that glowing personality that comes from within, that comes from the soul. They can make people smile and happy. They're all about the joys of life. But I feel like people don't understand how much you do pay attention to your surroundings and how much you do like, you know, become inspired by your surroundings, and you do become inspired by like the other zodiac signs, and like you do like to learn and things like that, and you do like to kind of like carve your way. It's kind of like, well, the more you can learn about other people, the more you can also navigate your own way. And understand like how you can fit in with everybody else. Okay. So that is like the energy that is like very prevalent that I'm kind of picking up on. So that's my little introduction for you guys. So let's go ahead and get into your November 2020 Oracle and Tarot reading, see what's going on over here, see if everything that I've just been talking about relays in the messages, okay? So underlying energy. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to pull 11 oracle cards with one card being the underlying energy, and we already have that card right over here. So the underlying energy is kind of going to string everything along forward, okay? Underlying energy can also kind of deal with like the subconscious and the unconscious. It could be about an energy that you're not even completely aware of. So for underlying energy, we do have hope, okay? So this is our underlying energy. Okay, so maybe like there's an unconscious hope for something to happen, a hope for something for the future. And then, of course, as we start pulling the rest of the cards, we're going to see a little bit more of what that is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 10 oracle cards, and I'm just going to go ahead and lay them out. If things kind of start coming to me as I lay the cards out, I'm going to reiterate what I'm seeing, what I'm feeling, what messages are coming. If not, if I run into blockages, I'm just going to keep going, and I'm going to keep putting the cards out. And then we're going to, because we are still in Mercury retrograde, so sometimes things just don't come right away. And then we need to kind of push that wall. We have to break that wall down and push down those blockages. So after I pull the 10 oracle cards, I'm going to pull one tarot card for each oracle card. And then I'm going to go ahead and pull 3 underlying tarot cards at the very end to kind of wrap it up and see how that hope, how that underlying energy of hope is kind of stringing you forward, how it's pulling your energy forward. Okay, so we have purity. I wonder if this kind of has to do with that feeling of peace that I was talking about, you know, like you might be in a very, like in a state of kind of purification right now, or you could be searching for some purification. You know, like you might be searching for a little bit of of transformative energy here. We have love, freedom. Okay. So right away, I'm kind of getting this vibe of like, I'm getting this vibe and I'm getting this feeling as like, it's like, I feel like you guys obtain your sense of purification and you obtain your sense of freedom through the purifying energies that love brings. Okay. I feel like love is like transcending for you guys in a way. To give love, to receive love, it helps, it almost like you feel like it kind of like purifies your soul a little bit, okay? And it allows you to feel more like almost cleansed and more free within yourself. And then we have enchantment. And I mean, y'all do have a kind of mystical quality to you with enchantment. And I was really feeling that this past Leo season. I was really feeling that enchantment. Like you guys kind of have this special magic. It's a very special kind of magic. It's very like, I don't know. It's very bright. It's very glowy. I don't know. Okay, we have expression. Yeah. All about expressing. I think that your magic is like in your expression, is in your how you express yourself. Okay, we have divine timing. This is all about waiting. That things are going to happen when they're supposed to happen. Kindred spirits. There could be somebody that you feel a really strong connection with. Okay. Someone that you just feel a really strong like spiritual connection with. A kind of like kindred spirit, like soul tribe kind of vibe. Innocence. Aw. So this is very like, this is a more, like playful approach to something. Okay. A very innocent and playful approach to something, like being open, being more open, being more receptive, and, you know, kind of things that, being around the things that just make you feel like happy and good inside, okay? And then we have sanctuary. This is very much about kind of like establishing a sense of peace and calm in your home, in your own world, you know, establishing beauty in your world, creating a feeling of, it's like creating this feeling in your home where your home is nurturing you, but it's also nurturing your creativity. Okay. And then for the last card, we have healing. Okay. And it's important for you to have that feeling in your home, like your home is your sanctuary. It's important for you to do that because that is where you get your healing. Like that is, you need to be able to have your home so you can take the time for yourself to heal yourself, to cleanse yourself, to take care of, you know, your emotions, your health, your well-being, your passion, things like that, okay? Just checking to make sure everything is still good on the video side. Okay. My energy is a little depleted right now because I had a whole conversation with a doctor. I had a video conversation with a doctor for the first time in years. I haven't seen a doctor in years, but anyway. So I had a whole conversation with her and that kind of took some energy out of me. But going back to your guys' reading, so I'm just like, I'm also kind of feeling the calmness of your guys' energy. It's like, you know, because you guys are a fixed sign, and you have to understand, like, with me being a mutable sign, I I don't have any, actually, Libra is, no, Libra is, I'm sorry. I'm just having kind of like, I'm just having like a weird moment right now. Okay. I don't have any fixed energy in my chart, okay? I, you know, I only have mutable, actually, no, that's a lie. I have fixed water, but there's like, I don't know, there's a heaviness right now. I'm feeling some intense heaviness, okay? And I feel like that's your guys' energy. Like it's a very grounding, kind of, it's like a pullback. It's like I'm feeling like you're pulling back. You're pulling yourself back into your home, okay? Especially with the way that I'm seeing these cards right now. There's a sense of like pulling yourself back into your home. Bear with me, okay? It's just really heavy, that's all. And this has been such a crazy week as it is. So, for purity, we have 6 of Pentacles. This is Moon in Taurus. So this talks about like being able to be of service to other people, being able to support other people, to give to other people. It doesn't have to be financially, but it could be financially, okay? It could be kind of like you offering yourself as a stable support for those who might need a little bit more support right now, who might need a little bit more like help. And there's a sense of like, there's a sense of purification through that act, through the ability to take care of others, through the ability to provide support for others, whether that, it doesn't have to be financial, like I said, it could just be in terms of resources, because Taurus, they rule the 2nd house, and it's all about resources, possessions, and what you value. So you could be, you can find a sense of purification through like offering yourself as a resource and offering yourself as a source of value for other people or for somebody else. Okay. Moving on to love, we have 4 of Pentacles. This is the Sun in Capricorn. So there is a sense of holding back, okay? There's a sense of, it's interesting because it's like you do feel a sense of purification through helping others and through giving yourself as a sort of resource for other people. But when it comes to actual love, you might be holding back a little bit, okay? You might be keeping to yourself. You might be a little bit more stubborn in terms of what you want to give. And whether that's money, whether it's support, whether it's like, you know, just things that make you feel you're very much in your comfort zone, okay? You're very much in your comfort zone right now, and you're kind of afraid to get out of your comfort zone because you don't want to lose what you have. You don't want to lose what you have built for yourself. When we're dealing with the Sun in Capricorn, this is its home. This is like where Capricorn wants to be. They want to obtain success. They want to obtain stability. They want to have their home. And once they achieve that stability, they like hold on to it like a little kid. They hold on to it. They don't want to spend it. They just want to like save, save, save. So it's almost like, you know, you're in this period where what you have right now, what you have obtained, you're comfortable in it, and you're kind of afraid to get out of your comfort zone a little bit. And when it comes to love, you might be a little bit more stubborn in that aspect, okay? Because you're afraid of losing the comfort that you have obtained. So for freedom, we have the Emperor. And this is major arcana energy. This is Aries. So there is definitely a sense of like wanting to take charge like wanting to pioneer your way forward. I mean, the Emperor falling on top of freedom. The Emperor is the divine masculine. This is like one of the most powerful cards in the deck. The Emperor is about divine order and will. And like, because the Emperor represents Aries, and Aries is the first sign in the zodiac, and they're a cardinal sign. So cardinals, and they're fire. So cardinal fire, they're like the instigators. They make that first move to create something new. So it's like, you could very much kind of be wanting to push your will, like your free will. I definitely see this like Emperor and this freedom card as like your free will, and you want to use that fire energy, and you want to kind of like use your free will to determine your path, to determine your life path. You want to create things in your way, and you are the creator of the zodiac. Like, you guys rule. You have the sun in your favor, but you also rule the fifth house, and the fifth house is about creation. It's about children. It's about the joys of life, what brings you joy, what fulfills you, okay? Creativity, you know, all that type of stuff. So there is definitely this sense of like wanting your freedom. You want your freedom. You want to create your life your way. And you want to do it your way. So you can definitely, there's definitely like a sense of stubbornness within that as well. But that's just like, you know, that's where your passion like is right now. Okay, so for enchantment, we have the Star card, another major arcana, and this is represented by Aquarius. So you are definitely feeling a sense of like magic in this idea of the future. And I kind of feel like this underlying energy of hope is where it meets with this. It's like there could be an Aquarius energy here, but there is a sense of being enchanted by like a hope for the future, okay? So you're kind of like mystified. You're enchanted and you're mystified by this hope, by this like idea of like a rising star, this idea of like achieving something that's going to happen in the future. There's like a wish that you have. It's like you have this wish. And it's like you're using your power of creativity. You're using your power of visualization and enchantment and that mystical power that you possess to like almost put that thing that you want in your path for the future. Really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. I never quite read these cards in this way before, but it's a very like, it's very spiritual. There's a very spiritual kind of magical element maybe taking place in your, I don't even know if you, I think you are conscious of it, but in a very subliminal way, okay? There's a sense of like, there's a sense of being aware what you're doing on a conscious level, but not necessarily being aware of it on an unconscious level. I know that sounds kind of contradictory. I don't know. Well, maybe you're aware of it now because I'm saying it, but yeah. So that's really, really interesting. Okay, let's move on to expression. So for expression, we have Three of Swords, Saturn in Libra. Okay. So either you want to express something to someone and it's going to hurt them, or you need to express some deeper wounds that are happening inside of you. I'm feeling this is like, I'm feeling this as a need to express. I'm feeling this is like a need to express your feelings. A need to express some like deeper pains that you've experienced. I need to kind of clear that out of you. I need to kind of like heal and clear out some like old heartbreaks or old burdens, or like to kind of get it out of your heart, to kind of like release it from your heart, release it from your energy. There could also, I'm also picking up that maybe this is somebody who's in your life. This could be a partner, or this could be someone who's in your life that you are wanting to share. You like want to open up to them, but you're kind of like afraid, or you want to open up to them, but you don't know how they're going to react. And you're afraid of how they might react. Okay, so for divine timing, wow. I mean, this can't be any more like synchronistic over here. You have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is Jupiter energy, big, abundant, like good luck, like good fortune, like fate, like destiny, just like big time energy, and it's falling on top of divine timing over here, okay? So like this is very, very much a very synchronistic kind of moment over here. This is very much about like things just kind of like things are gonna change. Things are like something is falling into alignment over here where it's going to set things off on a whole new path of just expansion. Because remember, the Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. And it represents like knowledge, our belief system, our paradigms, our ways of thought, but it's also like the planet of luck and fortune and just like abundance. So there is there's this sense of needing to be patient and wait, and like the wheel is just going to like spin, and things are just going to start to like expand for you. Okay, it's kind of like getting into the whirlpool of that energy, into the center of that energy, and like really allowing yourself to see almost like you're the center of the wheel and you can just see everything around you. You know, it's like becoming a 360-degree version of yourself. I don't know. That's the message I have. Okay. For Kindred Spirits, we have Seven of Swords. This is the moon in Aquarius. I can already tell that this video is going to go over 30 minutes. It's because of my long introduction. So this is probably going to end up being the longest video that I'm doing for the zodiacs, because I always tell myself not to go over 30 minutes, but Kind of a slow start there, so it's okay. Okay, so Moon in Aquarius falling on top of Kindred Spirits. Okay, so there's a bit of a conniving, kind of sneaky energy going on here, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius people, they don't like to talk about their emotions, okay? They don't show their emotions. They kind of hide their emotions under their intellect and under their need to just like kind of bounce around. They're very much humanitarian. They very much like to socialize with different groups of people. And if things are restricting them, if things are like holding them back from becoming who they're meant to become on a physical level, on a spiritual level, on a mental level, like all that type of stuff, which is like to progress humanity and move them forward, they can get very sneaky, and they can get very like, a little like conniving. So there's this kind of energy over here with this kindred spirit. Like, there's somebody that you might be feeling a really like special kind of connection with over here, but you're also, if they start to get a little bit too much in their feelings, I kind of see you like sneaking off in this kind of energy of not wanting to deal with those feelings, okay? And kind of being a little deceptive and conniving, and maybe kind of like trying to, like get out of the situation. Even if they are a kindred spirit, even if they are somebody that you feel a special connection with, there's like, it's like you guys are playing a game with each other, okay? It feels like there's some kind of game going on here. And, you kind of like to play and act like, oh, I don't have feelings. I don't have feelings. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you kind of like to like cover things up in that manner. So you can like, it's like a way for you to protect your freedom. It's a way for you to protect your sense of wanting to explore and wanting to have your freedom. Okay. So for innocence, we have Knight of Swords, and this is Gemini energy. So yeah, like it just like with this connection over here, I kind of feel like it's like a mental connection. This connection is taking place more on a mental level, okay, where maybe you guys are communicating, okay, like you go forward towards this, and it's like you're communicating. I also kind of feel like your communication over here, the way that you like to take action towards this person, or the way that you like to take action towards this, is by communicating to them and taking action in a very like childlike manner, in a very innocent kind of childlike manner. That's how you kind of approach the situation, okay? And that's how you end up kind of dealing with your emotions as well. You kind of deal with your emotions in a childlike manner. And the way you communicate is also kind of, in an innocent kind of way. Okay, for Sanctuary, we have the Chariot. This is Cancer energy, major arcana. So the Chariot falling on top of Sanctuary. Sanctuary is very much rooted in the home, like I said, very creative energy. Chariot, Cancer energy, very much rooted in the home, but they're also very expressive. They're very emotionally expressive, okay? And this is where you get your power. You get that like power to express yourself, and that intuitive power to go out and be a leader and to go after what you want. You get that in your home, in your sanctuary, okay? So this Cancer energy, it's just like very much, it regenerates itself in your home life. The need to create, the need to, so you are very much rooted in your feelings, and you do express yourself, but I mean, I don't know, it could depend on some of the other placements in your chart, but you know, this is facing a different direction, okay? So like what is going on over here? Like I kind of feel like this is this innocence, kindred spirit, and even this divine timing, like the way that these characters are facing, it's kind of going that way. So it's like your inner world and your outer world are like two different things, okay? Your inner world is very, you know, and this chariot energy could very much be a very strong energy when you that is pulling you to retreat back into your home. Like, okay, it's time to kind of go back into my shell like a crab. Like, time to retreat back into my shell. Okay. Because this is, okay, so let's see what the healing card comes out. Okay, so yeah. So for healing, we have Eight of Pentacles, which is the Sun in Virgo. So you receive your healing by your work. You obtain healing through like your creativity, through working on projects at home, through work. So this is Sun in Virgo, okay? Sun in Virgo, this is its home. This is where it's happiest. This is where Virgo is happy. It's happy in the details. It's happy when it's working on something, whether it's a creative project, whether it's like providing service to other people, but that's where it's happiest. So I definitely kind of see this sense of like needing to kind of like go back in your shell, like kind of like retreat back into your home, your sanctuary, and discover healing energy through the details of what you love, of what your passion is. Like whatever your passion is, that's where you're going to find your healing. That's where you're going to find your joy. So there's kind of like an inner and an outer thing kind of going on here. And then it also kind of helps you, you know, get to know yourself better. And it also can kind of change the dynamic of the outside world. Okay. This is getting really, really, really long. Okay, so let's go ahead and do your underlying energy. Okay, so to pull the hope for, we have Six of Wands. This is Jupiter in Leo. We have Four of Swords. This is Jupiter in Libra. And we have Six of Swords. This is Mercury in Aquarius. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, so to wrap this up, basically, like, okay, so you're with your hopes for the future and everything like that. So it's kind of like, this is a Leo card, and with it being Jupiter in Leo, this is all about like you becoming that leader, you becoming that person that people are inspired by, that people look up to, that people want to like, you know, kind of like follow. It's like you kind of claiming victory over yourself, and you being open to receiving abundance, you being open. Because with Jupiter and Leo, remember the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. So that is what is going to create this like abundant kind of energy. So when you get into a leadership position and you become like a victorious of your kingdom or whatever, like, and people really are inspired by you and look up to you, like that is when that feeling that things are going to happen for you is going to start coming in. But you also have to remember to like take the time to rest, take the time to heal, to not overexert yourself, to not overdo it, to go back home and just chill when you need to chill. And then this is also about kind of like moving towards the things that make you feel calm and make you feel peace. Okay, like this is moving towards the things that draw you more to a more like stable kind of lifestyle, that kind of like fulfill you intellectually, you know, moving away from the things that make your mind a little crazy and moving towards the things that are a little bit more calming and relaxing. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap it up there because like, yeah, Hopefully it's not going to take too long to upload this video. I'm really glad that we were able to get through it. Almost hitting 40 minutes, so let's just wrap this up right now, okay? Leo, this is your video. Come back for mid-November, December to follow up with the story, okay?